Good Sunday morning, everyone. Hope you're having a great weekend. We've actually had a pretty good weekend here. Rain kind of laid off for a little while. Uh, got a lot of yard work done yesterday morning before I started watching games. Anyway, I hope your weekend's going great. I've really enjoyed these regionals we've had. We've had some crazy things happen. We've had teams that were down, looked like they were out before half the game was even over. They came storming back at the end. Some won, some didn't. But overall, these regionals have been pretty good. We're going to go over those. We're going to go over the Women's College World Series. Before we start that, we've got some news items for you we're going to get to. Before we start that, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss anything. All right, so let's get down to some news. Kansas, they gave athletic director Travis Goff, that's how I said, yeah, Goff, a new 7-year deal. He goes from being the lowest paid Big 12 athletic director to $1.6 million a year. So congratulations to him. Done great things there. Basketball's always been good. Helped get that football program to where they are. Even the baseball team is really good this year. So yeah, congratulations to him, man. You earned it. BYU transfer Jackson Robinson. Jamison Robinson withdraws from the NBA draft and transfers to Kentucky. Caleb Love, he also withdrew from the NBA draft. He's going to return to Arizona. Auburn men's golf win their first national championship. Congratulations to those guys. Beat Florida State doing it. Big 12 reports it will distribute a record $470 million in revenue to its member school. Quite a lot of cash here. I love that, $470 million. Virginia, they will pay $9 million to the families of the victims of those 2022 shootings. One of the ones that killed 3 football players. And I think, if I remember right, it was a former player on the team that killed them. So, yeah, they're going to pay out $9 million. This other part of the story, I don't know. I really don't know what to think about this. Families want more money. I mean, you lost a loved one. More money gonna? I don't know. Maybe they feel UVA is responsible. Could have done more to prevent this. I don't know, but anyway, yeah. Families want more money, so I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. I don't know. The whole story is just sad and sad and tragic. Last bit of news: ex Notre Dame quarterback Taylor Buchner. Back with the Irish, but came on as a walk-on. He's going to be a wide receiver now. So, there you go. All right, so let's get to some of the things that happened. We're going to go back to Thursday. No baseball Thursday because the regionals are starting the next day. Women's College World Series, it was a double elimination round. Number Texas beat number 8 Stanford 4-0. Texas had 5 hits, 1 error. Stanford had 1 hit, 1 error. UT's Cavan, 8 strikeouts. Henry hit a 2-run single. Scott hit an RBI single. Number 2, Oklahoma beat number 10 Duke 9-1. Excuse me, in 6 innings. Oklahoma had 11 hits, 0 errors. Duke had 3 hits, 0 errors. Only 7 combined strikeouts between the pitchers of those 2 teams. Hanson for Oklahoma, 2-run home run and an RBI single. Britta, she had a 2-run single. So nice game for Hanson. Number 4, Florida beat number 5 Oklahoma State 1-0. Florida, 2 hits, 0 errors. Oklahoma State, 2 hits, 1 error. Oklahoma State had 5 strikeouts. Florida's Kistler, solo home run in the 5th. Number 6, UCLA beat number 14 Alabama 4-1. UCLA 4 hits, 0 errors. Bama had 6 hits, 1 error. UCLA had 5 total strikeouts in this game. Woolery hit a 3-run home run in that one. Moving on to the baseball regionals, they started Friday. Fayetteville, number 5 Arkansas beat Southeast Missouri State 17-9. McLaughlin for Arkansas, 2 3-run home runs in that game. Kansas State was beating La Tech 9-4. That game was suspended, I think, because of weather. They continued it yesterday. We'll go over that. Did not end good for Louisiana Tech. Santa Barbara, Oregon beat San Diego 5-4. Garrett for Oregon, solo home run and an RBI double. Number 14, UC Santa Barbara beat Fresno State 9-6, even though they committed 3 errors. Lexington Regional, number 2, Kentucky beat Western Michigan 10-8. Western Michigan did have 9 hits, but they also had 3 errors in that game. Illinois beat Indiana State 4-1. College Station, number 3, Texas A&M beat Gambling 8-0. Gambling had 9 hits in this game, no runs though. That's crazy. You think they at least have a couple of runs after getting 9 hits, but nope. Texas beat Louisiana 12-5. UL, I watched this game. UL started this game good. They were leading, thinking back, 2-0, 3-0, and then Texas just poured it on. And that was it for Louisiana. Athens, number 7, Georgia beat Army 8-7. I knew that'd be a tough game. Army's a good baseball team, and Georgia barely beat them. Georgia's Condon solo home run. Chadwick had an RBI double. UMC Wilmington beat Georgia Tech 9-0. Georgia Tech only had 3 hits in that game. Tallahassee, number 8, Florida State beat Stetson 7-2. Stetson did have more hits, but they also had more errors in that game. UCF beat Alabama 8-7. UCF Zyka, RBI double and a 2-run double in that game. Charlottesville, number 12, Virginia beat Penn 4-2. Savino for Virginia, 8 strikeouts. Godbout, I think I wrote his name right. 3-run home run, nice. Mississippi State beat St. John's 5-2 in 10 innings. Mississippi State Stephen, 10 strikeouts in this game. Nice game for him. Jordan hit a 3-run home run in the 6th inning. Greenville, Evansville beat number 16 East Carolina 4-1. Evansville Witter had a 2-run single. VCU beat Wake Forest 1-0. Both teams had 3 hits, 1 error. Chapel Hill, LSU beat Wofford 4-3. Typical LSU this year, they didn't score their runs until the 7th inning. Milam hit 2 solo home runs in those last couple of innings to assure the win for him. North Carolina beat Long Island 11-8. Gallagher for North Carolina, grand slam in the 9th inning to kind of seal the deal. But also throughout the game, hit a solo home run and an RBI double. Hell of a game for him. Clemson, Coastal Carolina beat Vanderbilt 13-3. Coastal Carolina's Beach, RBI, and a 2-run single. Antonici, 2-run home run. Number 6, Clemson beat High Point 4-3. High Point had 7 hits, but also had 2 errors in that game. Knoxville, Indiana beat Southern Miss 10-4. Bothwell for Indiana, 9 strikeouts. Nice game for him. Tidbits, 2-run home run and a 2-run double. Nice game for him, too. Number 1, Tennessee beat Northern Kentucky 9-3. Causey for Tennessee, 9 strikeouts. Nice. Mick, nice game for him, 3-run home run. Norman, UConn beat Duke 4-1. Duke had 8 hits in this game, but only one run. Number 9, Oklahoma beat Oral Roberts 14-0. Oral Roberts, they only had 3 hits in that game. Witherspoon for the Sooners, 9 strikeouts. Raleigh, South Carolina beat James Madison 8-7. Both teams had 12 hits in this one. South Carolina did have 4 errors, though. Number 10, NC State beat Bryant 9-2. NC State's Macaris, I think that's his name, Macaritz. 2 RBI doubles and an RBI single. Nice game. Tucson, West Virginia beat Dallas Baptist 4-1. West Virginia's Clark, 8 strikeouts. Suave, 3-run home run. Grand Canyon beat number 13 Arizona 9-4. Grand Canyon, 9 total strikeouts. Pele hit a 3-run double in that game. Stillwater, Florida beat Nebraska 5-2. Florida had 14 hits in that game. Nebraska, 8 hits, but only 2 runs came out of those 8 hits. Number 11, Oklahoma State beat Niagara 19-7. 27 hits between those 2 teams in that game. Think that's a lot? Hang on. Corvallis, number 15, Oregon State beat Tulane 10-4. May for Oregon State, 9 strikeouts. Turley hit a grand slam. UC Irvine beat Nichols 13-12. 31 hits between both of those 2 teams in that game there. All right, so Friday, moving on to Women's College World Series. Elimination game. Number 8, Stanford beat number 5, Oklahoma State, 8-0. I thought Oklahoma State would win this game. I just thought they were a better team than Stanford. But Oh well. Stanford had 11 hits. Oklahoma State 3 hits, 1 error. Stanford's Kennedy 7 strikeouts. Barry hit a 2-run double. Um, Gall solo home run and an RBI single in that game. Number 14 Alabama beat number 10 Duke 2-1. Bama 4 hits, 0 errors. Duke had 5 hits, 1 error. Alabama's Giles RBI double and a solo home run. Nice game for her. Moving over to yesterday, baseball. Had a lot of good games yesterday. Knoxville, number 1 Tennessee, beat Indiana 12-6. 24 total hits between those two. 23 total strikeouts between both teams. Pitching was really on in that game. Then we had an elimination game. Southern Miss beat Northern Kentucky 6-0. Southern Miss's Luke hit a 2-run single. Lexington, number 2 Kentucky, beat Illinois 6-1. Illinois 6 hits, only 1 run. Elimination game, Indiana State beat Western Michigan 6-4. Indiana State's Hayden, 7 strikeouts. Edmondson behind him had 4 strikeouts. College Station, number 3 Texas A&M beat Texas 4-2 in 11 innings. A&M had me worried there for a while. They scored 2 in the 11th inning to win. UT had 3 errors in that game. Elimination game. Louisiana beat Grambling 12-5. Louisiana came out on fire, scored 8 runs in the 2nd and 3rd inning. Chapel Hill, number 14, North Carolina beat LSU 6-2. LSU, Holman, 11 strikeouts. Offense did nothing to help him. I mean, nothing. Yeah, they got some hits, but those LSU comebacks we've been seeing the last couple weeks didn't happen. And that's a shame, too. Allman threw a great game. Elimination game. Wofford beat Long Island 5-2. Wofford's Martinez and Jackson each had RBI singles. Fayetteville. Remember we talked about Kansas State and La Tech. They had to suspend their game the night before because of weather. They continued the game. La Tech probably wish they didn't because they lost 19-4. K-State went on to beat Arkansas 7-6, even though Arkansas had more hits. Elimination game, Southeast Missouri State beat a shell-shocked Louisiana Tech 9-3. Louisiana Tech did have 8 hits, but they only had 2 runs in that game. Or had 8 hits, but also had 2 errors. Clemson, number 16, Clemson beat Coastal Carolina 4-3. Clemson's Cannarello, there we go, Cannarello. 2 sack flies that resulted in runs scored. So, crazy. Elimination game. High Point beat Vanderbilt. That was kind of crazy. It was tied at 9 in the 9th inning. High Point went on to hit an RBI single to win that game, so no Vanderbilt anymore. Athens, number 7, Georgia beat UNC Wilmington 11-2. UNC Wilmington, 8 hits, but only 2 runs in that game. Elimination game, Georgia Tech beat Army. I thought Army would win this game, but and they had more hits than Georgia Tech, but still lost. Tallahassee, number 8, Florida State beat Central Florida 5-2. Arnold for Florida State, 12 strikeouts. Nice game. Smith hit a 2-run home run. Elimination game, Stetson beat Alabama 4-0. Crazy stuff happening. Stetson's Jones solo home run. Barquette had an RBI double. Norman, UConn beat number 9 Oklahoma 4-1. Davis, though, for Oklahoma, did throw 10 strikeouts. UConn's Broadhurst, 3-run home run in that game. Elimination game, Duke beat Oral Roberts 6-2. Duke's Obi, RBI single and a solo home run. Raleigh, number 10, North Carolina State beat South Carolina 6-4. North Carolina State's Pennington, solo home run, 2-run home run, and stole second base. So, yeah, a pretty damn good game. Elimination game, James Madison beat Bryant 8-1. Bryant, 8 hits, but only 1 run in this game. Both those teams had 2 errors. Stillwater, number 11, Oklahoma State beat Florida 7-1. Oklahoma State's Holiday, 10 strikeouts. Schubert hit 2 solo home runs. Elimination game, Nebraska beat Niagara 7-5. Nebraska's McConaughey, 10 strikeouts. Swanson hit 2 solo home runs. Charlottesville, number 12, Virginia beat Mississippi State 5-4. Mississippi State did have more hits, but oh well. Elimination game, St. John's beat Penn 10-9. Penn did have more hits. St. John's Brinza hit an RBI single in the 12th inning to win that game. Finishing them out, Tucson, West Virginia beat Grand Canyon 5-2. Grand Canyon did have more hits. West Virginia's Kessler, 2-run single and an RBI double. An elimination game. I'm not going to say this surprises me because Dallas Baptist has always been a good baseball team. But you figure with Arizona hosting, they would have the upper hand. No, Dallas Baptist beats number 13 Arizona at home 7-0. Man. Poole for Dallas Baptist hit two-run home runs. Santos hit an RBI triple. Arizona, if they're going to stick around and watch the games at home, I guess they're going to do that in their own stadium where they're not playing. Crazy. Santa Barbara, Oregon beat number 14 UC Santa Barbara 2-1. Oregon's Grinsell, 9 strikeouts. Great, had an RBI single. Elimination game, San Diego beat Fresno State 7-5. Christian for San Diego, 2-run home run. Both teams had 11 hits. Corvallis, number 15, Oregon State beat UC Irvine 5-3. Oregon State's K-Mats, 9 strikeouts. Irvine's Hansen, he had 8 strikeouts. Elimination game, Tulane beat Nichols 3-0. 4 total strikeouts in this game between those two teams. Crazy little fact here. Tulane and Nichols, elimination game, both are from Louisiana. And then Louisiana and Grambling, College Station Regionals, both from Louisiana. 2 teams sending their neighbors home. Kind of crazy, isn't it? Greensville, Evansville beat VCU 17-11. 30 total hits between those two teams in this game. And this one I watched also. I was fixing to turn it, and I was fixing to say, this game sucks, man. I'm going to watch another game. But I'm glad I stuck with it. It turned out to be a pretty good game. Number 16, East Carolina beat Wake Forest 7-6. Wake Forest was down 4-1 for just about the whole game. Like I said, I was gonna watch something else, but I was like, well, I'll stick with it. Glad I did because Wake Forest come back, scored 5 runs in the 9th inning, made a game out of it, made it interesting. Still lost, but still nice comeback by them. So I'm glad I stuck around. Pretty good game. All right, and last but not least, the Women's College World Series yesterday. Number 2 Oklahoma beat number 6 UCLA 1-0. Sooners 4 hits, 1 error. Bruins only had 2 hits. Maxwell for the Sooners, 11 strikeouts. Nice game for her. Jennings, solo home run, scored the only run there. Florida. What are we going to do with you guys? Number 1 Texas beat y'all 10-0. Florida, this team that has all this softball history, gets shut out 10-0. Longhorns, 10 hits, 1 error. Florida, 1 hit, 1 error. UT's Washington and Stewart each hit 3-run home runs. Stewart also hit an RBI double. That is it. Got a lot of games today. Elimination games. We've got some championship games too, or regional championship games. It's going to be a lot of good games on today. I'm also seeing Monday is also set aside for any games that are necessary. So, full day of baseball, softball ahead. We'll be back, I don't know. We'll see. Sometime, maybe earlier in the week, but we'll see. Tuesday or something. I don't know. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy baseball, whatever you're going to do today. And we will see you back next time.